Module 7. Introduction to Empathy-Based Care. Empathy is important. Increased empathy allows you to better recognize emotions and better understand other people's perspectives and motivations. View your actions from the perspective of the people you support by understanding the views, history, and challenges they have experienced. Start with listening and noticing. Begin by exploring and understanding how the person you are supporting communicates with you and others. Listening, noticing, and respecting the person's feelings enables you to be empathetic to what others might be experiencing.
Did you notice? An exploration of communication. Do you know just how very important you are as a direct support professional? You are supporting people with disabilities to live their best lives.
I love being able to see individuals to be able to progress along and be an active part of the community. That brings me joy when I see the difference they can make with just that little extra, little extra nudge, little extra support.
I've never done a job that I love so much in my life, because you have established a bond.
The important part you play in the lives of the people you support is appreciated and does not go unnoticed.
Our DSP matters because our son matters.
I appreciate my DSP because she is helpful and she is understanding and she is a friend to me.
I get along really well with them, and they always know when to make sure that everything stays well.
I'm doing good in a lot of things.
I appreciate that they take the time to get to know me, because that's what makes the relationship special.
As a direct support professional, or DSP for short, you may be supporting someone in a variety of ways.
My job is to assist with daily living skills, daily activities, whether it be out in the community, positive support skills, transitioning from one area to another during their day.
They take me to work, to outings in the community, doctor's appointments.
Grocery shopping, helping with cleaning.
They take me to the mall, to the park. I love to work out, so they work out with me.
The staff try to help me because, motivate me. I have to keep working.
We go to movies and stuff, and we have fun.
We make snacks. We make snacks.
Also taking me to my swim team practice.
So we just kick it and we have lots of fun.
Whatever your role, you can be the key that unlocks the door to someone's gifts, talents, and unlimited potential.
It's because of the direct support professionals, the impact that they make. They make us realize the strengths and the skills that people with developmental disabilities have and the value that they are to all of us.
I don't even know how to capture that in various words, because it's that nonverbal, unspoken, the hugs, the handshakes, the pats on the back, the giggling, the laughing, the one-on-one activities.
I feel like I'm making a difference. I have amazing opportunities to get to know amazing people, and that's important to me. Seeing change and helping people grow is important to me.
The connections you make with the people you support can form quickly, and trust is built. You begin to trust in your ability to support others, and the people you support build a trust in you, to be there through thick and thin.
I can basically tell her anything, and she will listen to me.
Seeing them coming to me when they want something, and then I see that they really trust me, and what I've been trying to do is working.
So trust is a big thing for me with the people that work at my house. If you don't have it, then you don't have a relationship.
This important connection becomes an incredible bond that can enrich the lives of the people you support in several ways. It can help them form relationships with you and others, find new opportunities, and become valued members of their community. It's all about connection. And what helps these connections form? It's communication. We all want to interact.
It's really important for everybody to have someone that understands them and knows them well and knows how they communicate. They just know that they have someone in their corner and, I'm there to support them for whatever they need.
Sometimes all it takes is just pausing to take notice. I mean, really take notice of those you support. When you do, you'll discover limitless communication and find the minute-by-minute opportunities to spark a connection.
As they're teaching us who they are, through their behaviors, through their words, through their actions, we are learning about them.
So, what is communication? It's sharing ideas, information, or feelings between people. It is connecting messages. Every day you communicate in many different ways. Facial expressions, body position, and posture, such as standing up straight or slouching on the couch, sends a message. The words used, tone of voice, volume, and rate of talking, and even how you pronounce things can share information. Gestures and the way you use touch give signals, as does how far or close you are to your communication partner. Did you know that most of our day-to-day communication takes place without using any words at all? In fact, over 90% of our communication is without words. All the more reason to really start noticing that everything you do is sending a message. There are many reasons you communicate. It can be to make a request. It might be to protest or reject an idea, activity, or thing. It could be to respond to comments, questions, or commands. You might also be trying to connect socially. And everyone uses communication to express feelings. These are only a few of the key reasons to communicate. But wait, there's more. The environment and setting also influences communication. Think how differently you communicate when you are relaxing at home, watching TV, versus when you are waiting anxiously in a doctor's office. You adapt and shift communication based on where you are, who you are with, and how the space makes you feel. Sometimes communication takes unique forms. A person might use pictures, buttons, switches, or technology to support their ability to express themselves. As a DSP, you support the rights of each person with developmental disabilities to express themselves by honoring their communication styles.
They're trying to tell us something. So it's on our shoulders to try to figure out what that message is and what they're sort of trying to convey to us.
And that's going to look different for everybody. Sometimes you're going to be really listening for the words that aren't said. You're going to be watching facial expressions or reactions to interactions. And it's important to really stay very actively present and listen well and be a good observer.
You communicate with others to make your needs and desires known, and others respond back, acknowledging they noticed. Ever been in that situation where you can't get a word in edgewise? You are left feeling unrecognized and haven't had an opportunity to contribute to the interaction.
Communication is really this two-way street between two different communication partners, and people with developmental disabilities really want to participate in that interaction and that back and forth exchange. They want to share their ideas, thoughts, opinions, and they really want to be a part of that partnership going back and forth. And so as a communication partner, it's really important to take in the whole environment, the whole situation, and really tune in with your eyes, your ears, your whole body to really get that message.
However, there are times when someone's communication is difficult to understand, or maybe unexpected, leaving you feeling a bit uncomfortable. Or maybe the person is silent, or not moving at all, leaving you to presume they are not communicating. Or are they?
All behavior is communication.
So anything that we are doing, right, even if it doesn't come with words, we're trying to communicate something. So the goal for people supporting folks who are having a hard time is to not figure out how we can manage or control behavior, but how do we start to get really curious? What is this person trying to communicate? Not figure out how we can manage or control behavior, but how do we start to get really curious? What is this person trying to communicate?
When communication is misinterpreted and missed, that can lead to inaccurate reactions, and you miss opportunities to build important connections. Science tells us that reactions to things that are unexpected or unfamiliar can trigger different responses.
When you experience something that's unfamiliar or unexpected, it is very normal for you to have a reaction. And you could have a reaction within your body physiologically. We call it fight, flight, or freeze. And this feels different for everyone. You might notice something like your heart rate speeding up, or maybe your hands getting clammy, or your muscles shaking, or maybe you just get completely frozen. And these are all very normal responses. What you also might notice is that you have some emotional responses to the experience. So you might be feeling anxious, or maybe you're feeling frustrated, or maybe you're feeling just completely frozen or sad. And all of these experiences are very, very normal. If you can stay calm and present in that moment, you're going to be a more effective support for the individual that you are serving.
I would say just take a step back, relax, breathe in,
and kind of putting aside what I'm thinking or what I think how things should go, and really listen. Like, just really listen to what they want, what their needs are.
So if we recognize how our own body is feeling and we can keep our own rhythms nice and slow, then we can become a nice calming support for the individual.
Just as you may be experiencing these different responses, so might the person you are supporting.
How do you feel when you're not understood?
I feel mad. I feel mad.
It feels frustrating, and like I can't really get the things, the words out that I want to, and that I know that I can do stuff.
Get stressed out. Doesn't it feel good?
Noticing and respecting these feelings enables you to be empathetic to what others might be experiencing.
Feel what the other person's feeling and know what they're going through.
It's like the saying, put yourself in their shoes. To truly notice, understand, and relate to another person's experience, you need to step out of your own shoes and engage with empathy. Now that you know some of the different reasons you communicate, you understand how important taking notice is. As a DSP, you have a big responsibility to recognize and respect the uniqueness of every person you support.
It's so important to get to know their background and their history and where they've come from, and to build this relationship with them before you engage with them and interact.
What I'd love a DSP to know when they first start working with an individual with a disability is that they're probably going to experience one of the most challenging parts of their lives and the most beneficial parts of their lives, because you learn so much about an individual with disabilities, and probably even more about yourself. And it just opens your eyes to the world, and you just really make it a better place doing it.
As a DSP, you assure people's right to communicate is upheld.
But making sure that your interactions with them are helping them to know that they matter, their voice matters, their opinion matters, that their needs and wants matter. I think when they know that their ways of communication are valid and important, there's more trust that's built and interactions are more successful.
If I could give advice to the direct support staff, it would be that you have to remember that she needs to be treated just like you want to be treated. You have to respect her, and you have to communicate with her.
They join in with me instead of telling me what to do. They join in with me,
and they let me make the decision, then they guide me.
You recognize the best in everyone.
When we are interacting with a person with developmental disabilities, we want to kind of approach that situation expecting the most of an individual. And when we expect the most, we are presuming competence. And sometimes we might have to adjust our expectations and adapt as we get to know that individual and understand their needs and skills a little bit better. But when we do this, we really unlock the door to see that potential that individual has and really let them show us what they're capable of doing.
You have to assume that they can achieve anything that they really want to do. And if you get into the situation where you think that they may not be able to do something before even attempting it, then you've already put a roadblock in front of yourself.
By recognizing the functions of communication or intentions to interact, you acknowledge the right of those you support to communicate. To enhance your communication, just notice.
Nope, my cues.
Note the person's cues. Be curious and take wonder in the many ways they are sending messages.
Observe and let me take the lead.
Observe before responding. This means letting go of your agenda and respecting what their idea is in the moment and letting them take the lead.
Take time to wait for me.
Take time to slow down, pause, or even wait to allow another person to process and form a response.
Immerse yourself in the moment. Join me.
Each and every interaction is an opportunity to join another person right then and there.
Connect the dots. Connect the dots.
Consider the outside influences, environment, feelings of others, communication styles, and all of the information you receive from another person before reacting. This allows you to better understand the meaning of the message shared.
Empathize with me, let me be me.
Engaging with empathy means genuinely honoring others' feelings, thoughts, and experiences. You support a person's individuality, allowing them to be their authentic self. You may be supporting one or many people with developmental disabilities, but remember that you join a circle of family members, caregivers, service providers, advocates, and others that may also be part of that person's life. Find camaraderie and support from the team. It can provide you with assistance and encouragement in your important role.
I think what helped us the most as a family was the amazing people that came into our life. You know, they actually want to help you.
We really want the support and the skills, and we work as a team trying to make everyone work together.
Remember, your role as a direct support professional is important and can be life-changing for those you support.
You matter because you help me with my life and make it easier for me to be a better person in this society.
In my eyes, you're the most important thing because you are the glue to hold a client's structure.
You matter because you got me where I belong.
I appreciate the hard work that you give. Shout out to all the staff that, knows how to do their job right.
You matter because you're my staff, and you and I get along fine, and we're good together. And I want you to keep being my staff.
You're important into my life. You've been in my life for a long time.
They matter because they help us have a better life.
You matter because you are excellent. You taught me a lot. You changed my life and you made it better. And I just want to thank you for all you do. You matter.
You matter.
You matter. Did you notice?